Hello everybody, a very warm welcome then to Plough Lane. Wimbledon host Manchester City here in the Westie TV Champions League. What a night this could be here at Plough Lane. And City are a much changed and rotated side. They have ambitions at the Premier League and looking to catch Arsenal ahead of tonight. And tonight's big game. Anything could happen between these two. Shocks, surprises, you name it. Right then, let's get down to business then. Wimbledon, well, they've had a very good season so far. They've been put down at the bottom spot after Bucks FC's win earlier this week. Bishop, Seddon, Bauer, Johnson, Ogundere, Reeves, Hewlett, Smith, Brown, Smith and Jose Anastasio start up front for Wimbledon. It's a big, big night for them as they look to try and go above the FBC 5 with a win here. Well, Wimbledon, they are dangerously close to relegation in League One at the minute, but the Westie TV Champions League will continue. They're going to be knocked out in the knockout stage, but they want to finish as high as possible. City, in the meantime, battling for that top 4 spot.
Thank you. Enjoy the game.
So then, Pep Guardiola, John Stones as the captain, Trafford as the goalkeeper. A big, big switch up for City. Trafford, O'Reilly, Kusanov, Stones and Lewis, Gonzalez, Phillips and Mateo Kovacic, Doku, Marmish and Cherki, Haaland on the bench, Foden on the bench, Donnarumma on the bench too. So then, can Wimbledon take advantage of a resting City side, or will City continue their domination this season? Here we go then. Nico Gonzalez on the ball. I haven't seen Calvin Phillips play this season either, which is nice to see. Him back in a football shirt again for Manchester City. Here's Smith. And Nico Gonzalez gets there first. Well, O'Reilly's had an astonishing season. You don't see many goal scorers from left back, but Doku, Marmish on the end, played into Cherki! Well, Rayan Cherki scores for Manchester City, his first Westie TV Champions League goal of the season. And well, Plough Lane falls silent as Rayan Cherki smashes it past Bishop. Well, Wimbledon were just opened up, and it's unfortunate it's not to be. But City piling on the momentum.
Goal for Manchester City. Number 10, Rayan Cherki.
Here we go again then, Wimbledon. Smith played into Marcus Brown. And a cut across John Stones, but it's not to be. Nico Gonzalez. Here's Omar Marmish. Doku. Here's Nico O'Reilly. Offside. Unfortunate for the City youngster. Aspirations of going to the World Cup, and I'm sure he probably will with the goal scoring form he's been in. What can he add to Thomas Tuchel's side in the United States this summer? Of course, Croatia, Ghana and Panama in their group. Some tough tests against the 2022 third place playoff winners and the Black Stars in Ghana. And then Panama, they beat 6-1 back in 2018. I think everyone remembers that one. I think that was 8 years ago, though, too, as well. Quick throw from Wimbledon. Johnson on the ball. Alistair Smith. Into David Smith. Hewlett. Jeremy Doku. City have lost the attack a little bit now. Ogundere into Anastasio. Hewlett into David Smith. David Smith away for Wimbledon. Shooting and scoring! Wombles level at City. Great finish from David Smith. What a brilliant goal that is. Timed his run perfectly. Smashed the ball past James Trafford. And that is exactly what Wimbledon need. Here's Nico Gonzalez. City looking to try now and get back in front. That's the big task and big challenge. And foul given. Wimbledon will have a free kick and a promising spot to try and put City on the back foot. Phillips. Ryan Cherky into Lewis. Phillips over to Nico O'Reilly. Kovacic. Wide out to Cherky. Whipped all the way in. Doku's there! Brilliant goal! Marvellous goal from Jeremy Doku. And City are back in front again at Plough Lane. What a great cross it was. What a great header as well. This from Cherky's. Oh, that's perfect. Doku just threw himself at it. And well, he's not one of the most well-known headers of the ball, but there you have it. Here's Marcus Brown. Jake Reeves played across. Smith! Oh! Wimbledon are back level again. What a pass from Jake Reeves. And the finish. Oh. Striker's finish if I've ever seen one. Trafford with no chance and clashes the post. That'll be a check with the physio in a minute. Kovacic. City get us back underway. 5 minutes left of this first half to go. I'll tell you what, 4 goals already. This is not one to turn away from. Gundere gets in the way. Hewlett playing it forward. Reeves. Hewlett, Anastasio. Now Wimbledon are breaking down. Manchester City. Here's Alistair Smith. Reeves. Trafford with a good save. Corner for Wimbledon on the stroke of half time. Well then, whose head do you want to put this on? Brown knocked into the box. Trafford punches clear. Falls back for Brown again. Cut into Dylan Hewlett. Brown. Trafford clears upfield and that'll be the end of the first half. Well, 2 goals from David Smith at this first half-time break have put Wimbledon level against City. Doku and Cherki with the goals. That put City ahead, but David Smith put them back level on both occasions. But now can Wimbledon go ahead? Half-time here at Plough Lane. Wimbledon 2, City 2. Here we go then, second half underway here at Plough Lane, and Wimbledon feel like they might have a chance. Brown cut in by Lewis, and it's a corner again for Wimbledon. And this was Jake Reeves' strike before the first half ended, and that's a good save from James Trafford. Arguably the best of the bunch. Brown whipping it in, Cherki heading clear. Here's Patrick Bauer. He would probably be in the box for this corner, but never mind. He's the tallest player on the pitch today, Patrick Bauer, the German. Very experienced centre-back. He's excellent player too. Here's Doku inside the area now. Cut back to Calvin Phillips. O'Reilly brought into Kovacic. Here's Rayan Cherki. Played across. Gonzalez. Kovacic. Doku. Kovacic. Got a lot of passing going on here. Doku. Side netting. And Pep. Yep, there we go. Pep frustrated with that one. I think Wimbledon will be pleased that City didn't come straight out the blocks, but still time, of course. Here's Jeremy Doku. Gonzalez back into Calvin Phillips. Marmush. Here's Doku. Bender Kovacic! Spilled! It's in! And Nathan Bishop's dropped a clanger, and Mateo Kovacic is allowed to score. That is a spectacular blunder from the Wimbledon keeper. It's just slipped through his gloves. Oh, that's a horrible, horrible mistake for Nathan Bishop to make. Let's see what happens. Oh, he gets the save going, but it just trickles in. And City might have just had 3 points taken because of that. Ball pass from Reeves, Marmush intercepting. Gonzalez. Kovacic into Cherki. Ball runs astray. Smith playing it into Gonzalez. Not sure what he was doing there. Here's O'Reilly. Played it forward. Marmush hitting it. There we go. Game, set, and probably match. Well, we've been spoiled for goals this weekend, but that was brilliant play from City. And I think Wimbledon's confidence might be gone now. Should probably expect some changes. Yep, Tijani Reinders coming on for Calvin Phillips. You're going to see a Wimbledon change too. We'll need to have a look, but what an absolute shame it is for Wimbledon this. They've really controlled the game in that first half, and now it's all starting to come undone. Kovacic. Here's Rayan Cherki. Inside the box, this could be 5, it is. Allowed to run unopposed. And City have a third goal in this second half. And that is definitely game, set and match now. Cherki hits 2. And City will be extremely pleased, as it means they're going to go up in the world tonight. Now we've got a point off the top 2, Real Madrid and Liverpool. That title race is heating up. Of course, you can get the league stage winner, and you also get the knockout stage winner. Knockout stage, though, is more prized, and there's that big final at Wembley Stadium. We're going to bring you that before the World Cup and after the Champions League final in a few months' time. Here's Doku. City could hit 6 here. Here's Doku. Marmish again. Just too easy. Wimbledon have gone to sleep. And City are just having a nice kick about with the boys. What's unusual we see, I mean, there was another team that hit 6 against, I think it was Bayern that hit 6 against Wimbledon. I was trying to look back through my notes to see what the past results have been. Here's Marcus Brown. Smith into Brown, brought into Smith! Well, Alistair Smith scores! It's a great finish too, but it's only going to be a consolation for the Wombles. Great finish though, look at that. Oh. This is surely going to be it though for Wimbledon today. City have done absolutely brilliantly. We've had more goals than a Sidemen charity match so far this weekend. Well, I'm recording this when it's currently half time. I can see Tiny Temper doing some sort of dance. Here's Nico Gonzalez. Bishop with a good save. Well, if Wimbledon were to get a 4th, it would be a nice little consolation, but we need to see. Hewlett. Play it through. David Smith got in the way. Here's Marmish. Lewis moved into the area. Bishop with a good save. Well, it hasn't been the most exciting of performances from Wimbledon. But City ran riot at Plough Lane. Guardiola and Johnny Jackson shake hands. That will probably be a position that's going to become untenable if they don't stay in League One at the end of this season. But what a day it's been for Rayan Cherki. 2 goals, 2 of his first in the Champions League here on Westie TV. But at full time, it's all over here at Plough Lane. Wimbledon fall to defeat here at City. Wimbledon 3, City 6.